Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spiritual Successor, a comedy video game design podcast inspired by Polygon's Cool Games, Inc. I'm your host, AJ Hart.
AJ, have you ever considered just the fucking radical energy that Ken Ashcorp has in every single track? I know you were waiting for me to do my regular intro. Hello, everybody. I am Blake Rea. I am one of your co-hosts of Spiritual Successor. For those who are new to the podcast, we take your lovely ideas from YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, email. We haven't gotten an email in a while, so you email us at spiritualsuck at Gmail. Is it Spiritual Successor Podcast at gmail.com?
I think it's Spiritual Successor Podcast at gmail.com.
Comments, concerns, corrections. I know we need a lot of corrections. All of our previous episodes are
compliments if you got them.
No, man, we need corrections. Our podcasts are horribly formatted.
If you send a compliment to the email, I'd be willing to read it on air. But I'm looking for any reason to hype myself up. It's 2020. We got to find our little bumps of serotonin somehow.
Better than how about this, AJ? If they send us an email of a compliment, we'll read whatever is after the compliment. That way it's fun, not us just stroking ourselves.
All right, that's fair. That's a fair deal. Send your compliments in. Let's see what happens.
We take your lovely ideas and turn those into the next AAA video games. AJ,
what's up?
How the hell are you doing, man?
I'm doing really good. I've been playing lots of video games lately, actually. Speaking of video games.
Dude, fuck yeah. You're playing from the itch, is it ITCH?
The Itch.io bundle?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I've been playing Yakuza. I've been playing Indivisible. Which, by the way, Indivisible, perfect Switch game.
It's an amazing game. It's like really...
Wait, are you playing it?
No, but I have seen Let's Plays of it.
Oh, okay.
It is.
Yeah,
I love the character designs in it. It's really, really fun.
It owns bones. Like, it feels like the best way I can really describe it is like it is exactly what you think of when you say the words, "Oh, a fighting dev team made a turn-based RPG."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like that is so cool to me.
When you said, "Oh, go ahead, keep going." Sorry, I was going to go off on a tangent, but please continue.
And the fact that like. Every time I get into a combat, I feel like I'm trying to coordinate team attacks, and it feels dope. Like, you know how like sometimes you'll be watching an anime and you're like, oh, damn, they're going to go for a team attack. They're both going to use their super moves. Dude, that's AJ, what playing this game always feels like.
If you love team attacks, I actually would recommend you some. It's a new game I started playing. Have you ever heard of Warhammer 40,000? It's all about team attacks, baby. You'd love it.
There's something about you saying 40,000 that really just triggered something. Like, you know what? Warhammer 40K is really smart about making it 40K because saying Warhammer 40,000 was maybe the dorkiest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, dude. I love it so much. AJ, don't ask me how much I've spent on it just to start playing.
I won't. How much video games are you playing?
I have been so fucking addicted to Destiny 2. It was last night, I think. I actually hurt myself playing Destiny 2. Like physically, like in real life, hurt myself playing Destiny 2.
Got you into the raid, huh?
No, I did go raiding with some of your buddies in Oregon. I actually was hanging out with Lucy and some of the other fellows.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. But I didn't want to stop playing, and I was playing till like 2 a.m, but I was in like a really creaky old wooden chair, so like I woke up this morning and I couldn't move my back. So I was just in my work chair all day at work today, just like watching Warhammer battle reports and not working as hard as I should have, just in a lot of pain. So, but no, I've been so addicted to that because it's just I met oh gosh, what's her name? It's like Ashina, the Thousand Voices. You remember her?
No.
It's the giant like Cthulhu ass monster that can like take on different people's voices.
Oh yes.
Yes, and
I don't remember.
That made me fall in love with that because she's gross and disgusting and cool as fuck. And like the gross,
but she's
disgusting,
like kind of cute and like a monster way.
Yeah. She's like gross and disgusting, but in the cute way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, we all love monster girls around here.
Hey, you've got the encyclopedias.
Hey, Blake, speaking of Destiny, actually, I have a funny video game idea.
Oh, we got to get back to our jobs now.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to our job. What we get paid the
Shit.
big Patreon bucks for.
All right, tell me about it, brother.
This submission comes from Caleb on Twitter at Busto314. A game that coerces people into playing it as soon as possible after release, as it will be receiving monthly anti-quality of life updates that make it more and more unplayable.
So here's the thing. What if you did this with like a game as important as Last of Us 2?
I was thinking to do this just to Destiny, but I'm very interested in your idea of how we could do it to Last of Us 2.
Well, I was thinking maybe we don't take Last of Us IP because we should start. I mean, like, I feel if you were to go to our entire back catalog, it would just be taking other games and making them dumb, which is a tried and true standard.
Normal game design, which is taking good games and making them dumb.
Oh shit, you're so right. But like, I don't know, like just say something as significant to the gaming world as The Last of Us.
Oh, so okay, so you want like an insignificant game?
No.
So Assassin's Creed. This is the next one. This is going to be Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
No. What I'm saying is like it would be just the bitchiest, because this is a game about like making it not fun to play. If you're gonna get there, you had to make this game so hyped and so important, you could have only done it with a sequel. So like you have had to have made the perfect first game. Like for me, Last of Us 1 is a perfect game. I love it. But then you take Last of Us 2, and then with every passing day, something about it starts breaking. Like, hey, on the second day, like, because people still want to play it. Because, like, I feel like we're releasing this game to piss people off.
Wait. Isn't this kind of what the stinking, isn't this almost what Death Stranding is going to be? This is like almost a joke.
No,
but
that's implying Death Stranding was a perfect game out of the gate. Which I don't know if you knew, sir, but it's not.
Like, as you played it, you would see like the constructs and buildings that other people have built, but all of those things that other people have built will deteriorate over time. And like the thing about Death Stranding is that it's been 3 months and no one's playing it anymore. So I think that's maybe this game. But how do we take that and like add it? Like anti-quality of life updates, right? This would be maybe like a Last of Us, but after like 2 months, they're going to remove active reloads. I don't know if that's a thing in this game, but if it was, they're removing it after 2 months.
What if
you know the shader system that we have to suffer through for Destiny?
You know what? Here's the thing. Here, weird side tangent about this shader
No, hold on. Let me finish this.
You went for like a year of talking to me and trying to get me into Destiny 2, and you were always mad about the shaders. But bro, it's like just one fucking click away.
No, it's not 4 menus. I've counted. It's 4 menus that you have to go back and forth. I'm not going into this.
Well, of course you have to go to each piece of gear, but like how often are you changing shaders, dude?
All the time. I mean, change fashion all the time in Destiny. It's like a fucking you
problem then. You should maybe just, I don't know, pick an outfit and stick with it.
So even just like the idea of dyes being consumable, that's something that like we make an alert. Like Last of Us 2 is here and we're like, oh, by the way, we're adding a thing where weapon shaders are going to be consumable and you have to earn them later.
How about this? I have a weird game idea.
Okay, hit me.
So this is a whole game about consumables, and each item can only be used once, and there is only one instance of that item. So you have a game that you have like a 5-year roadmap for. You pick up an item in the first day that is only going to be used, that is so like key to an event 5 years down the line. But if you use that item for some mundane thing beforehand, you got to start the whole fucking game over to find that item. So
okay, wait. What I also love about this is like what we can do is like every month when we're like giving an update, what it is like we market this as like some sort of like huge server post-apocalyptic game, and after like every couple of months when we do an update, we say like, hey, heads up, watch your inventories, because when this update happens, a third of everything that you own randomly is going to be disintegrated.
Oh God. Okay, so we could do something like that, but I was also thinking in the realm of like, because it's saying that the submission was saying, if I remember correctly, it just like as time goes on, it becomes less usable, right?
Well, as time goes on, we add quality of life things. So like a good quality of life thing is like menus being nice. Like a perfect quality of life thing that they could add to Destiny is making shaders no longer consumables. But in this game, we would add that to the game post-release.
Okay, so are you
Or like how like in Pokemon, right? In like
totally,
Sword and Shield, you can access your Pokemon box at any moment. That's a really huge quality of life improvement. This would be a game where in Pokemon we said, all right, now if you want to change your Pokemon, you do need to go back to the computer at the hospital.
You need to download. Oh, actually, how about this, AJ? I have an easy solution for you. So, you know what one of my least favorite things is about a video game? Is when I have to download an account, or when I have to make an account or download a new app just to do it.
Like a companion app.
So with every major update, we release a new app, which of course will be filled to the brim with bugs and things that delete your inventory or removes all of the XP that you've had. But you need it to access the sweet fucking DLC that we have. Like, our trailers gotta kill. Our trailer's gonna be like, what's the best game trailer you've ever seen?
Wait, I love this idea. I want to backpedal a little bit. I love this idea of like, as the game gets worse, the app gets better and the app gets more things in it. Like, what if this is the strategy to get Animal Crossing New Horizons into Animal Crossing Pocket Camp? Like, every time they release a bad update for Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp gets better.
Okay. And so
with every update, as the main game gets worse, the phone game gets better.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. I could dig that. The app will just be really refined, but it just can't interface with anything.
Well, not at the beginning.
I don't know. I was picturing at the point where it's like you have to create an app for every new thing. So like you have to download an app for all of your shaders. You have to download an app for inventory management. You have to download an app to buy in-game items. Also, you can do a thing like they did in Medieval where your items just sometimes get stolen and you have to buy them back. But I don't know.
You don't buy them back. There's another companion app with a mini game where you have to earn them back.
Oh my god, it becomes a gacha game and the gacha items are your fucking items. It's AJ, oh my god, so your items get stolen and you do the whole fate thing where it's all random fucking rolls. So it'll be like, I'm just gonna randomly, there's like a 10% chance I'm gonna get my sweet fucking sword back. But guess what? If you roll wrong, you just get a copy of your level 1 sword you started with.
Okay.
And it's just, and then you just rake in the money, dude. You just rake in people spending real ass money to get their fucking weapons back.
Okay, so we have a game that at launch, full AAA experience. We love this game so much.
Yes.
A month goes by.
It's 100+ hour game, like right out of the gate.
A month goes by, we remove the loot, like the PC storage from the in-game and put it into an app. Another month go by.
But
we remove in-game chat.
When announcing that app, though, there was a bug that deletes all of people, like a good portion of people's stuff.
Oh, so there's a purposeful bug attached with the update. Like, as we're changing things over to the phone, we're purposefully losing things.
Yes, but then there also like a thing of like, hey, we can't fix that bug, but here's this other app that you can just earn items in, but we don't announce, like, we let people find out that the items that they can win in that mini game are the things that they lost. So they kind of, we buy ourselves some time, you know what I'm saying? Like they have
yeah.
And then the following month, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the next month we're probably going to remove shaders from the game, but you can color your character all within the app. I think the third month we remove
oh my god,
the
AJ, it becomes
in-game
one of those drawing
chat.
apps. It becomes like one of those shitty what's it called? It's not.
We
it's
remove
not
in-game shaders, but we do add in. We remove in-game shaders, but we do add in some sort of drawful element.
Oh, okay. So
where you can draw all of your cool armor.
I think just picturing somebody like they lost their like really exotic like raid, like, you know, like when you're the first one to defeat a raid or something, you get like a cool exotic. They lost that, so they just had to draw it. They were like, hey, I lost it, but here it is in my shitty drawful form.
I think the next month we remove the in-game chat and just give them a companion voice app, much like the Nintendo app.
Sorry, that was a vomit of like confidence.
Yeah.
Like like I won't ship a game unless it makes me vomit.
And
That is my standard.
what I love about this is that we have all the mechanics. We have the roadmap for this game, but the problem is that we
Mhm.
don't have a game yet. So let's go ahead and put a pin in all of this concepts. And why
Okay.
don't you hit me with a game?
I can definitely see us coming back to this. All right,
I could see us coming back to it too.
Damn, AJ, you hit it right out of the gate with
That's
a
what
nug
I
potential.
do here. Well, I only do nugs here.
AJ, he eat ship, make AAA game, and look at e-girls
And make nug.
and make nug.
How could you leave out the most important thing?
I don't know, man.
How did you went into that? I know that you went into that planning on making a nug joke, and
AJ,
you completely whiffed on it,
AJ,
dude.
do you think I plan out any of the jokes I say on this show?
Well, there was like you went into that with the thread of like,
Like I had a setup and it seemed like a structured joke, but then I just didn't joke. It just didn't make a good joke.
it was almost like you bunted it. You know what I mean?
Like
you-
in baseball, like I
Yeah.
saw it. Hey AJ, I made contact and I might get to first base. I might not, but that's for later in the episode to decide. Or those sweet reviews we're going to get on email telling me I fucked up.
Hit me with a video game idea, my boy.
All right. This one I saw on multiple platforms. One I saw on the Cool Games Inc. Reddit. And we were also tweeted at a couple times with this from @JustGazer and @Dust in Your Eyes. Your name continues to get bigger and bigger. Or, I mean, well, it's the same amount of characters, but just more complicated. Spiritual Suck Live World Tour Summer 2021 confirmed in your eyes @Dust in Your Eyes.
Yo, what? We got a tour on the way, baby.
I would kill to do a world tour. Are you shitting me? Just go tell some dumb game jokes and have people play Guitar Hero for us as our champions.
Hey,
I'm in it.
Hey, Real Good Touring, get at us.
Is that like a touring company?
That's the touring company that handles the Game Grumps.
Oh shit, that would be cool as hell. All right, but back to game design. So they shared us. It looks like Jacob Generica @Jacob Generica was running a simulator in their game design software, and it's my new game pitch. It's a regular FPS, but all the guns are floppy, and it is somebody taking a revolver that is just wildly moving, and there's a soft body simulation on the gun. And I don't know if you guys don't know what soft body simulation is. It's like you turn any material to make it look like gelatinous goo, so like it just it just rolls and moves and is like just. It's like a meat waterfall. It's just like, it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But so this is the game. We got to make a game where all the weapons are floppy.
Okay.
So
well, what's really hot right now in the first-person shooter scene? What does it remind you of first before I go? Before I rip this.
I want to make a soft body sim cowboy game because I've been also playing a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2 again.
Ooh, a cops and robbers situation. I'm glad that you think about horses because my one of my thoughts was like moving targets, right? Like a soft body gun doesn't matter if you can just aim before you pull the trigger.
Real quick though, AJ, real quick. This might need to be a game that requires you to be constantly moving. So this is like a la Titanfall, I think might be good. Because that game is all about movement and you don't have a whole lot of opportunities to sit still because it's a parkour game. It's like Mirror's Edge, the first one, where you're kind of like balancing free running and shooting. Before it became like Mirror's Edge 2 Catalyst, where it was just all strictly physical combat.
Yeah, we don't respect that name around here.
Really? You didn't like Mirror's Edge 2?
Nope.
Really? I actually really enjoyed it.
I
thought
the
story was pretty
charm of the first one, I thought, was like how linear the game design could be and how the platforming just felt really satisfying. And I think that you lose a lot of purposeful platforming when you turn it into a first-person open-world game.
See, I can agree with that to some extent because... Actually, hold on. I'm gonna give my serious thing, and then
let's
I'm gonna
go into a game.
hey,
it's a game podcast now.
Hold on. So, I totally kind of agree with that because the thing where it was linear is like they designed out the flow. Like you know, you got to jump from this wall to this wall, and that leads to this vent. But like in the open world, you need to create your own flow, and sometimes things don't lead into other objects really well. I remember that being a problem specifically where I went from different sections of the city because each section was like cut off majorly, and they didn't blend in together because the building layouts were different. The wall, like some places had more rails, some places had more high points to jump off of, some places had more slides. It just it did feel a little bit there.
Yeah,
Like a little bit separate. But circling back, what if we made a parkour game that had guns and all of the and your body was also a soft sim? So I want to make a ragdoll parkour shooting game where everything, including the objects you're jumping off of, you yourself, and the weapons that you use are all soft body sims.
Okay, so I think what you're pitching here is like a human fall flat third person platformer shooter.
But the complexity of a Mirror's Edge game. So like human fall flat is very like it's very basic. Not basic, but in the sense of there isn't parkour in it, you know?
Yeah,
and,
it's
the controls
like it's
really
a lot
precise.
of hand, like the grabby hand platforming rather than like wall running and jumping and stuff like that. So I see where you're coming from. I definitely want to add that element.
What if you do could you add like a class building or like a character building thing where you can control?
Yes, but
how
the character
rigid
building
your
is
body
only hats. That's the only difference. No, I think everybody's the same level of floppy.
Okay. I want to call it floppy guns.
Here's the question though. Like the guns are floppy, the people are fast.
Mm-hmm. Floppy and fast. Fuck yeah. I love it.
Floppy and everything. Hey, you know how we play here. We play it fast and loose.
We play it fast and floppy. I love it.
Fast and loose. Okay, hold on. But what we need to think about here is like, what are the win conditions, right? Is this a linear game? Is this like a PvP game?
We make a lot of PvP games. I kind of want to make I guess the joy
I feel like a joy.
Yeah,
this game would find a lot of joy in the fact of like watching your little fast and loose dude dodged bullets and then a silly gun accidentally hit him.
I feel like a good comparison to this, not necessarily in the guns, but in how people move, or like not necessarily in how they move, but how like jumpy they are. Have you ever played Totally Accurate Battlegrounds? You know, like how people are always jumping around and like really skittery and just like it's really hard to hit people. So we make a game because like going back to the video of the floppy revolver shooting around, he had to shoot like 10 times before he hit his target because the bullets kept flying in other directions. And you know what, there might be a little bit of a gamble in this. So like, oh, AJ, here it is. So everybody is on a track and they're like running parallel to one another, or they're running like joust style, but they're all like free running and have to shoot each other at the same time. So it's like a racing game / shooter.
Dude,
so
it's
like,
Sharks and Minnows.
I have never heard of that.
So I don't know what other people like maybe have called that game before, but like the idea would be like it'd be team based. One team would be in the center and they'd all have guns. And the other team would start on one side of like the course. And so all of the runners would have to run as fast as they could to get to the opposite side, while the floppy people would be the floppy people with guns would be trying to shoot the really fast floppy boys.
Okay, so
once they get to the other side, the team would be allotted points for all of the people that made it.
So here's the thing though, because I think we should do a thing where, okay, so there's a center platform. The platform has like some walls and other obstructions to where that causes the player who's shooting, they can't just stay in one place and take aim. They need to be moving as well. That will make the game harder for them. Because like I feel like when I saw the video of the floppy gun, the moment they just stood still and moved a little bit, that just made aiming way easier. I want them to be frantic. I don't want shooting to be a reliable thing. So we have some like obstructions on the main platform, and then we have the track starts out as it's a spiral to get to the center. So they're always constantly running like around, like horizontally around them. And their whole goal. Oh my God, AJ, here it is. They have a floppy machete, and their whole goal is to get to the center and like hit and like slice and dice the people shooting. So like that's the game. So like they you have like 4 people like race this. Actually,
I think this game would have like all sorts of like different maps and like zones, right? Like there'd be like the swirl one that you're talking about where like they're trying to like spiral to the center. I want one that's like a Sharks and Minnows where like there's people in the center in a line and while like the runners have to run past them to get to the other side. I want a system where like maybe it is like a buddy cop situation where like you have one person or sorry, maybe it's like a VIP situation where one person is a runner and they're partnered with one person with a gun and like the job of the person with the gun is to keep their runner safe and it's just like 8 teams of 2. Like I want there to be all sorts of different variety on like the game types that we can have here. And again, we don't need to be figuring out all of these rules because we're playing it. That's right, fast and loose.
Fast and loose. We should integrate some like a stage builder to where you can build your own games too.
Yes. We're going to capture that like Halo 3 level energy of like stage building.
This feels very Forge, like Halo Forge.
Yes.
So like, and then dude, you can also like build this. So there's like melee weapons. There's also shooty guns. Oh, and you know what'd be so cool? Depending on what guns you have, like there's this whole line of black powder guns. But the thing when you shoot it, it causes your soft body to like propel backward.
Your little body wobbles around.
Yeah, so you have to. So you could potentially shoot yourself off of the map if you're not careful.
And so like if you jump up and you pull the trigger, your character would just like go flying. But if you're on the floor and you pull the trigger, your character just like tumbles back and rolls backwards like an adorable little toddler.
Fuck, you know, it'd be such a cool game type actually. You're on a circular disc in the sky, and there's some things that you can hit yourself against, but the whole point of the game is you can't shoot the other person. You can only launch yourself into them. So like I have to turn my back to you and take a gamble that I am aiming at you properly, but if I'm slightly off, I'll just whiz by you and lose the game.
Man, and like the character custom or like the game type customization, I'm going to pull it straight out of Halo, right? Like like you can choose like the health that the players can have. You can choose what can and can't kill them. You can choose. The players can choose what's going to give points, what the gravity is going to be. The map builders. And the only customization that you have over your little dude is what hat they wear.
Okay, so very. Actually, you know, I want to play it different, AJ. I don't want to do another game where all the customization is the hat or the head design, because that's fucking boring. This game is all about shoes, AJ. What cool shoes are they going to wear? Are they going to wear cowboy boots? I don't know. Are they going to wear Nike pumps? I don't know. Or sweet Doc Martens? I don't know. It's that. I want boots. I'm so tired because every like physics game because there was that Switch game where it's like heads up where you have to steal your opponent's head and all of the designs were the head designs. Then you have Human Fall Flat, which is head designs. You have what's it called? Something Gang Beast, which was the same people.
Duck Game also is only hats.
Yeah. Like I feel like it would be fun to do shoes. Give shoes the love they deserve.
Shoes, yeah. You know what? You're right. Let's give this is a real game by sneakerheads for sneakerheads.
Either that or just sweet belts. It's just shoes and belts. That's all you get.
All right, we need to put a pin in this one.
All right, soft and loose. Let's play the rest of this episode soft and loose. All right,
we'll play it fast and loose. I don't know why.
Oh, it's fast and loose.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking soft thoughts. I was thinking of soft guns, man.
Does that make it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn, friend.
Let's see here.
Gimme.
I got one from level 9000. Yeah, Drew Davenport.
Excellent.
At the Davenporter.
Hell yeah. Welcome back, Drew. Oh my God, this is like the AJ.
This one's for the boys.
This is an OG post, like, because the first time we used one of Drew's posts, it was like for CGI.
Yeah, we stole that one.
We're getting this straight from the spigot, dude.
Delicious.
All right, let's hear it.
The Last Spy in Toontown.
Okay, so
you remember Toontown?
The amusement park at Disneyland?
I was thinking the MMO.
Wait, what?
Was Toontown not the weird, like, failed children's MMO?
Oh my God, you're right. There was a. I don't know if it was called Toontown, but it was like, oh no, it was Toontown Online. Oh my God, you're so right. Okay, so.
Well, hold on. Where were you going with real Disneyland Toontown? That was a thing. There was a real Mickey's Toontown?
Let me get back to that in a second, AJ. I'm looking at a dog man in a suit with huge hands, and his head is smaller than his legs. This is no, AJ. I need to send you this image. I need to send you this image. This is. It might be because of the character designer. I don't know. I'm seeing a sad dog in blue.
Oh yeah, this dog just looks sad. Why is he so sad, Toontown dog?
Cause he's the last spy in Toontown, AJ.
Is this him?
He is the when you're the last spy, it's a very sad affair, I guess. All right, hold on. Okay, look at this dog. Okay, so just to describe this image, it's a dog in a black suit next to the sad dog who's holding a giant birthday cake. But the dog in the suit has a head that's like smaller than the other dog's fist.
Oh, damn, that's a real Krunk looking dog. Like, he looks like Krunk from the hit movie Emperor's New Groove.
He does not look like Krunk. Krunk had a normal sized head. What are you talking about? There is absolutely no visual similarities between this dog and Krunk. And I would thank you not to insult Krunk.
Them both big.
National treasure.
Wow, the enemies of this game looked really terrifying. Okay, here's the thing: we need to think about what the last spy in Toontown.
This is theater of the mind. So describe us these enemies for
so
us, AJ.
They've got really big white heads, and they're just like making like mean faces.
It looks like if you took the Anonymous mask and filled it with air.
It's like if Anonymous, the Anonymous mask,
the Guy Fawkes mask,
the Fox mask. Thank you,
Guy Fawkes.
Those big-headed nose statues that are up in the islands, the Easter Island heads,
the Easter Island heads, yes,
and Helium all had a big baby together,
but their bodies look totally normal. It's just their heads. It all went to their head. I host a podcast and I tell good quality jokes.
So the last spy in Toontown.
Okay. So what I was originally thinking is, like, I pictured this as a game you play on your phone, but you can only play it while in the Toontown section of Disney. Actually, wait, the Toontown section of Disneyland doesn't work anymore. That got taken over by Star Wars Land, didn't it?
Maybe this did it?
All right,
we're in a loophole.
This is
but
prior
that might
before...
even be better, right? Like, what if this is an ARG like cell phone game where you're walking around Star Wars Land, which used to be like Toontown?
No. It's got to be. Well, okay, there's two options you could do. The submission did say Toontown, not Star Wars, so I think we need to keep the Toontown aesthetic. But
you would, like, the phone would all be for Toontown stuff, but, like, you would walk around the town and it would feel like chasing ghosts, right?
Well,
like, you'd walk around Mickey's Toontown and, like, you'd be like, Mickey Mouse would be like, I need you to go fight those mean-looking fathead people.
Well, AJ,
and you'd be like, okay, I'm by Darth Maul.
Right,
what is going on right now?
No, you know what's hot right now? Like horror games based off of children's IPs. So stick with me here. This is like a Bendy and the Ink Machine situation. Disney is very, very, very consistent in keeping old attractions. Like back when like like the Finding Nemo submarine thing, they kept all of the previous like Nautilus submarines from that, like post that, like only like I think a couple of them were destroyed. So what I'm thinking is this is the last spy in like the storage of Toontown. So like all of those major attractions you remember from Toontown, like actually you haven't been to Disneyland down here, have you?
No.
Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so to describe it, there was the Little Weasel's roller coaster. There was the Who Framed Roger Rabbit ride. There was Mickey's.
I do remember the Who
area.
Framed Roger Rabbit ride. It gave my sister nightmares.
So I want to build a game that's about spies and also has that creepy fucking aesthetic. So like maybe this is a bunch of kids who are going. Actually, but that's not spy though. Why is it a spy in Toontown?
That's why I'm saying, like, I think it should just be a phone game that, like, it's not necessarily even creepy. I just want it to be haunting. Like, I want to capture that energy that you are in an area that was, like, destroyed and rebuilt for something else. And, like, this phone game would exist only to give you FOMO for a time way beyond yourself. Or way before yourself.
But where is the spy in that?
I think it would just be in the aesthetic of the game. Like, I think that like Mickey Mouse and the sad blue dog would be giving you spy missions to be like, oh, I want you to go check out this zone.
Keep the idea of us alive. Let us fade away. Don't let us die.
I heard that there's slushies for
Oh,
only
God.
49 cents over here. And you walk over there and it's just like $59 lightsabers.
Well, how about this? AJ? How about this? So this is a game that you can download to your phone, and it's accessible with every place in the park. But here's the thing. Everybody has a favorite land. Like mine, I love Frontierland. That's my favorite. I can then join the Frontierland faction, and then I can go spy on other areas of the park and do missions for Frontierland. So like it's the last spy in Toontown is like, oh my God, there's this.
Yes,
there's
and like
this,
I love this idea because like I want you to be able to pick a faction, and then when it lists other players, it just says none. Like this needs to feel like the most isolating phone game experience.
No.
Because you're the
I
last
wanna
spy of Toontown.
I want to take a more like adventure fighting thing around it. There was one thing. There was like there's this. That you know Corridor Digital Node. They're a gaming channel that does some really fun, interesting Let's Plays that are more like they have like multi-camera setups, like really high production value. One of the games they played at a convention is Battle Royale, but it's with your phones. So like if you and I are in the same space and we're hunting for each other, if I manage to take a picture of you before you take a picture of me, I win. So what if we do a similar thing where it's like you choose your faction and you're always on the hunt for other spies. You're not the last spy because it's haunting, but you're the last spy because you're the only one standing because you've killed other people you've killed other spies in their like lands, or you found them out and about in other lands. Like you'll get a ping that says like, and maybe it'll show you like their profile picture. It'll show you the ID that's on their Disneyland card, because every Disneyland card has like your picture ID on it.
Here's my problem with an active amusement park based battle royale.
That gives you something to do in lines, dude. And
yeah, it does. What is our mission statement here, Blake?
The last one standing.
Cool
like
games
that shouldn't be made.
That shouldn't be made. Thank you. So we can't do a park based battle royale. Because that sounds super dope.
It's not a battle royale. It is like with every kill you get, you're getting points for your Frontierland, and it's like fucking Hogwarts, dude. Where like at the end of the semester, whoever has the most points wins. So like
what do they win?
Everybody who's on that team gets a free pass to Disneyland. Actually, no. Here's a cool game that shouldn't be made. You get because Disneyland is really fucked up when it comes to coupons. They're like we really hype up the treasure that you're gonna get, like the winning land, whatever land has the most points. Everybody who's signed up with that land since the beginning of the season gets this amazing prize, and there's going to be Reddit forums of like, I wonder what the prize is going to be. We're going to turn it into like Ready Player One. Is like, what's the final egg going to be? But then it's just like a $2 coupon for a fucking for a fucking ice cream at one of the stands, and just piss everybody off, and nobody plays it next season. But it's going to be like Pokemon Go. It's amazing for the first month, and then
Pokemon goes back, baby.
That's true. There was that resurgence of Pokemon Go.
I still play it when I go on walks.
Dude, fuck yeah. So, okay, but do something like that. That could be fun.
That could be
interesting. That's a cool game that shouldn't be made. But you think it's a cool game at first. You think it's pretty fucking bitchin'. I'd play that. But then you get your $2 coupon. And then you get automatically charged for a subscription fee that's more than the coupon for the ice cream.
There we go. Now we're talking. Yes, a subscription. Yeah, there we go, Blake. Now we're on it. We're on a phone game with a battle pass.
So you pay $2 a month to play this game, and then you get a coupon at the end of it for $2 for an ice cream.
It's a $5 a month,
but a minimum $10 purchase. Oh fuck, that's evil. That's a game. That's a game.
That's a game.
Yeah,
hit me with one. Now your turn.
What? I hit you. Oh no, that's right. You threw us the Drew one. Okay. All right, this one comes to us on our Reddit from Gray Zephyr 87. An action game that increases in difficulty by requiring you to wield more and more swords simultaneously as you progress. AJ, you know what one of my least favorite things in games is that have inventory?
Inventory space?
No, I'm talking about like Dark Souls and Sekiro, where you have to press the arrow key to get to different items in your inventory.
Yeah.
But that's the only way to equip them. So you can have, so the game, as the game grows, you'll have like 30 swords in your inventory, and you'll have to cycle through all of those swords just to find the right sword to take out this specific enemy, because each enemy is only weak to one specific sword. So it's a game about dodging and shifting through your shitty inventory to try and defeat the enemy.
But what I love about this is that you're going to look like the guy from I think the show was like Kengan Asura or something like that.
Oh, it's like a guy with a backpack full of swords.
Yeah, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
This is also like I know we try and keep every episode self-contained, but when we did our Dick Smasher Alex episode, there was the character who always just had a backpack of like 100 swords.
Kengan Asura was not the thing I was thinking of.
Oh, what were you thinking of?
I'm thinking of something with this blue samurai that had like 1,000,000 swords.
Oh, this is you're talking I thought you were talking about with the blue-haired girl that can like summon a shit ton of swords.
No, I'm thinking of the guy from Sengoku Basara who has like 1,000,000 swords.
All right.
I could also be thinking about Mifune.
Thing I don't want people.
You don't want people to know about that.
I don't want people to know I watched it with you actually, which was the funny part.
And it was a great experience.
God, that series like Loki is actually really interesting. But yes, okay, so your character looks so badass with all of the swords that they have, but could it be that it affects everything? Like your speed goes down as the game goes on.
I think that your speed does and your ability to continue swapping through swords does. Like this is entirely just like a player interface difficulty ramp. Like I don't think that the enemies even get that much more difficult. I think that the enemies just start showing up more varied.
Yeah,
and so you have to be good about parrying and counter so that you can
Yeah.
cycle through all the weapons you need. And
we
I want
get-
to upgrade this one way really quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one button to cycle through your weapons.
Oh,
There is not a back button. There's only a next button.
I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. I'll play it. That's a game that shouldn't be made ever. Okay, I could dig that. And is there like a block mechanic? Like, do you have a shield?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that for the most part, it would play exactly like
I want to do a side scroller game.
Sekiro. Oh, you want to do a side scroller?
I think a side scroller would be fun. And AJ would be really funny. Oh my god, we're gonna make this game. People are gonna hate this game. You know why?
Why is that? Tell me,
Because
bud.
you can't swap and move at the same time. So to like your arrow keys, the arrows that you use to move are the same as the ones you use to swap weapons. Just the difference is that you have to hold down the A button to swap, to change the hotkey them to where they change to the swap weapon thing. Not
There
movement.
we go. Yeah.
So you have to like dodge a bunch or find a place where you're not going to get fucked up so you can swap weapons. So it's like a frantic game
It's like a side scroller. So you're thinking maybe just like it's like Hollow Knight, but with a button that like means that you have to use to cycle between all of your weapons. Yes. I'm into this a lot.
And I like, okay, so to make it a little bit easier, all the enemies and swords are color coded. So like the red sword goes to the red enemy, the blue sword goes to the blue enemies. So that way,
as the game gets harder, there will be enemies that are able to swap colors. There will be enemies that are just like, under the green lighting, I can't tell if this enemy is supposed to be like a forest green or a light green. They're all just green to me.
It just goes like really, really minute. But
Yes.
you could also do a thing where like the boss fights, each phase is a different color. So like you would have to swap, you have to change it. But
yes.
The idea of like enemies that just swap color palettes mid fight is just such a cool thing to me. It reminds me
It
of
is
like
such a
like JoJo's.
heartbreaking
It's very
moment though
JoJo's thing.
within this moment. Like thinking about playing a game where like you cycle over to the blue weapon finally and it switches to green.
hmm
Oh
But you know what? You know
no.
what super cool thing happens when if you do that though, they block it, and then like the shockwave of them, like say you have a blue sword, you're about to hit a blue enemy. Right as you make contact, they switch to red, and then an explosion of purple happens from that explodes from like the sword contact.
Also, you take damage.
Yes, you take damage, and oh yeah. You of course you get hurt from it, but then like you just make those moments like it goes into bullet time where just like an explosion happens at like 60 frames a second, and then you just get knocked back to the other side of the screen, and have to just like you have to get the rhythm because like oh that'd be really cool actually. It becomes like what if you had to do this thing where it was a combo where it's like you had to swap from red, yellow, blue at in a rhythm to actually parry this person.
That would be a different game, although that does sound very dope. I don't
Actually,
believe
you're
that
right.
the
Yeah,
players would be able to cycle to the correct color fast enough by the
That's
time
true.
we hit late game.
That's true. Okay, so it would be just like you just get knocked back to the screen. You just kind of have to figure out at what rhythm do they change. It's like every 10 seconds they swap colors. Every 2 seconds they swap colors. So you have to like nail the hit just right.
Just right. You have to
Mhm.
make sure you hit the right color at the right time. Otherwise, you're going to be very upset.
You know what you can also do to fuck with people? So it'd be like, hey, this character swaps between red, blue, and green. Only hit them on the blue because the two other colors have vastly different effects. So if you hit them on green, it suddenly grows like vines around that make it harder to move through the boss fight. If you hit the red, pools of fire spew up that make platforming
all
through the
36
level harder.
colors are going to have their own fun effects.
Where'd you get 36 colors from?
That's how many colors I can remember. That's the number that I see on the Crayola box.
Oh, and there's our sponsor for this game. It's Crayola.
It's a Crayola fighting game.
Oh my god, his backpack is a Crayola box.
Oh
and
yes,
he's
like a
collecting
little
crayons.
boy going through like a dungeon, and he's collecting new little crayon weapons, and like maybe it's like a little mystical world of Ariete. He's maybe a little borrower, and he's stealing all these little crayons, and he's fighting with them.
Yes.
Yeah!
Okay. Hey, this dude, that one place is fuck yeah. I'd play that, but also like, it's annoying.
All right, my man.
All right. We should give me one more game, and then we'll decide on our nug.
All right, I got a video game submission here from. Oh man, there's two very good ones here.
AJ, by the way, it's getting summertime, and around the 50-minute mark, it gets pretty ripe in this recording room.
Yeah, no, it's starting to smell and feel like a boy in here.
My relaxed jeans are starting to become sweaty, relaxed jeans.
Gross. I got a submission here from Connor Rain, at Connor Rain on Twitter.
Hi, Connor Rain.
A good anime game. Just this once. A good anime game. Just one, please. Just one good anime game.
BlazBlue's pretty damn good, and that's an anime game.
It was a game first. It came the wrong way. We need an anime first, then to the game.
All right. Play the Berserk games. The Berserk anime games are pretty fucking
I'm discrediting two types of games right now. I'm discrediting fighting games, and I'm discrediting those Warriors type games. Because I know that the Berserk game was like a Warriors type. I know that the One Piece game that people likes is a Warriors type. I know that Dragon Ball FighterZ is good or whatever.
AJ, just play a fucking visual novel then.
No, I'm saying I want a video game where they say, check this game out. You're gonna play as Naruto, and it's not a fighting game. Check out our cool Naruto RPG with Naruto leveling systems.
No,
and I play it, and it doesn't feel like dog shit.
Are you saying you would not play a Naruto ramen cooking game?
I would if that was a real game that existed.
Let's fucking play it then. That's the game we're gonna make.
A Cooking Mama game, but it's for Naruto. Fuck yeah.
There you go. So like, and each person they introduce, like that they did through the show, has their own style of cooking ramen. Like Rock Lee, instead of stirring it, he like punches it. He like punches the air around it to create a cyclone that stirs it, and like that's his.
Fuck it, we're gonna burn through these really quick. Blake, Dragon Ball. I want a good Dragon Ball Z game, a good Dragon Ball RPG game. It's the Ring Fit Cross Adventure game. You do workouts and you get stronger because of it. Next one, Blake, give me an IP, quick. I'm going off.
No, I was picturing a Dragon Ball point and click because it's all about finding Dragon Balls, right?
No, I want the workout game. Give me another IP.
What's more Dragon Ball than finding Dragon Balls?
Working
AJ?
out. Have you not watched 500 episodes?
Hold on, 1 second. My cat is literally yelling at me to open this door. He hears our anger.
He's on his way to kick your ass for saying dumb things about Dragon Ball Z.
Gibbs, come inside. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. Go.
I'll have you know, after Dragon Ball, once Dragon Ball Z started
Wait, are you
happening,
still-
they
are you still
started
yelling?
finding the Dragon Balls off camera.
Are you
They
still
didn't even
yelling?
bother hunting for those. That's nothing. Nothing to the series.
AJ, I've been
It's about
gone
the
for
battles.
like 10 seconds and you're still yelling?
Give me another IP. I'm gonna burn through these bad boys.
All right. What's a good anime? Make me a Sword Art Online anime. Actually, no. Make me an Akira game.
An Akira game? Oh, that one's a
Yeah.
point-and-click sci-fi dystopia, baby. You're always looking at fun little... it's also a handy way to learn Japanese because you're going to be looking at signage the whole time. You're going to be trying to find the bad signage versus the good
Oh, so
signage. You're
it's
like a
an
little
early-
detective.
Oh, it's
Next
like an early,
video
it's
game.
Like, it's an early 2000s spelling game, like the Army spelling computer game.
Yeah,
But it's for learning
exactly.
Japanese in a dystopia.
Hit me again.
No, you pitch me an anime game.
All right, Blake, how about you
this
make
isn't
me a
just
good...
your show.
Blake, can you make me a good One Piece game?
A good
How
One
would
Piece
you
game?
make me a good One Piece game? I'm
AJ,
sick of the bad
I'm
One
gonna-
Piece
I
games.
wanna
Give me a
do-
good one.
I'm gonna give you. You know,
Wait,
like
we
how
already
Barbie
did
ga-
that once
No.
before. It was a Chopper video game. That's coming back to me.
No. I got a game for you. You know one thing that has always tempted me to get into One Piece? All the costumes. This is a fucking costume designer game. One Piece, but you're designing. Here's your fucking game because you know it's becoming so cool nowadays. Like Dwarven Forge, you design your own character, they 3D print it and send it to you. AJ, you know what's the name of that ghost character that you really really like? That's also
Brooke?
really. No, the one that summons ghosts.
Perona.
Yeah, so like you can design your own Perona, and guess what? When you say print, they send you a cool little like statue that you can
Just
put
a
on your
One
shelf.
Piece dress
Done.
'em up game.
Done.
Hell yeah.
You charge people $200 to play that game. We made money.
Blake, what's your perfect Berserk video game?
My perfect Berserk video game. Just it's
It's just a JPEG of guts.
No, it's a game that is they send you a mic that plugs into your console, and it's one of those scream measurement games. So like it's just a quick time event game, but you have to scream at certain intervals at certain decibel levels to swing your sword hard enough. That's it, baby. So you're just in your house doing your best gut scream impressions.
Hey, really quick, can I have permission to turn this into a game podcast?
I mean, it is a game podcast.
No, but like one for real video games.
Oh, you mean a game talk podcast?
yeah.
Okay, sure. I don't
Just
care.
for like 30 seconds.
I mean,
think
it's not like we're at the end of the episode.
I think there actually is a good anime game on the way here pretty soon because they're making a turn-based fairy tale RPG, and if that works out
Ooh.
correctly and they
Mhm.
like do a good job like with spells and mana systems, and like if they do this right, a turn-based fairy tale RPG could rule.
Okay, I could dig. I've never played fairy. I've never played. Man, I went 53 minutes without burping.
I really
and-
believed in you. I really thought you could get through one episode.
What are you talking about? I haven't burped in so long.
In one episode?
In one I have literally not burped in real life or on an episode since that last time I burped on episode whatever. I have ceased the body function up to this point.
All right, Blake, what's our nug?
Our nug?
I think it's Fast and Loose. I really want that game to be real.
I think Fast and Loose is our game.
That game
Fast and-
rules so hard, and I don't
That
even
game is
think
so
that like
fucking dumb.
because
I love it.
because it's such a crowdsourced game. I don't know if we can really fit a boss fight in it though. Is the thing. Like I don't know if there's a single player in this game at all. I think it's just wiggly guns and
well-
wiggly characters.
Why don't we look at the boss fights anyway? Because some of them could be turned into obstacles. Let me double check. God, my Discord is slow. Okay, here we go. I have one. This one comes from our boss fight.
All right, we got a boss fight from our boss fight Discord. Hit us up.
Hell yeah. So, Gazzer just sent us a minute-long video of Freddie Mercury running around in a hedge maze, but it's an ASMR that's like in like like 30 and like 360 audio. So, AJ, what's more fun than a soft body physics maze like level? So you actually hear Freddie Mercury singing somewhere, and you have to run to it. So it's like the winner of this game is the first one to find Freddie, who is moving from place to place in the maze. And then you also could run into other players that you would have to then kill, which if you kill them, they start at the beginning of the maze again. So you have to listen. It's like, oh, Freddy's somewhere on my left. Maybe I got to turn left here and maneuver around this maze that's full of like lava pits, spikes, random goblins that want to just punch you real hard.
Yes, and what I love about this is like this creates the opportunity for like two different game types, right? Like this, like this would be something that the players could make, and it would be a culmination of one of two different game types. One game type being like some sort of objective based, like capture the flag, right? And like if you are holding the flag, then you are the Freddie Mercury running around playing loud music from your body.
Oh, so you're like a player is actually our Freddie Mercury.
Or our Freddie Mercury could be an objective that needs to be captured. Both
we can avoid
ways could be used to make this game, and thus we could offer both of those game types for the players to build.
Also, every character has soft in the name, so whoever is Freddie Mercury, they're just Soft Freddy or Soft Mercury.
Soft Mercury is a nice name.
So you can pick your username, but it has soft.
It'll just take your like PlayStation name and just put the word soft in front of it.
Sweet.
You can choose between soft and loose.
Soft. Oh, they soft, fast, or loose.
Yeah.
All right. You could just fast, Mr. Flannel would be my PS4 thing.
I do like that. Mine would be loose, misguided Mowgli.
Loose, misguided. All right. That's not necessarily a boss fight, but we
use the Patreon.
Yeah, use the Patreon. Hey, AJ.
I think that's a game.
That's a game, dude. Like Fast and Loose, a soft body physics FPS
objective shooter
game. Well, I mean, there's parkour to it because
there is parkour and there's shooting.
Like, jump and like.
But like you wouldn't say that Titanfall is like a fast shoot. Like when you say Titanfall, you don't say, "Oh, Titanfall." That's the grapple hook wall run shooting game.
Yeah, I would totally say that. That's how a lot of people talked about it.
Hold on, wait. Are you implying to me right now that fast run grapple hook is a genre all in and of itself?
No, but I'm saying like when people described Titanfall, like the biggest thing they talked about was the lateral movement through 3D space.
Can I make a request?
Yes.
Can fast running grapple hook games be a genre, please? I would like more of them very much.
Okay, how about this? How about we put grapple hooks in our soft body game?
A grapple hook will be one of the weapons that you can pick up.
Oh my god, if your body's so soft, what if it gets caught on the grappling hook so you can pull people towards you?
More importantly, you can end up winging it really hard and you just blast yourself into the wall and bounce off.
You know what would be so funny? If
your character would stick to the wall a little bit.
If you missed the force of the the grappling hook would keep going. So it would actually like pull you. So like if you don't hit it just right, you would just start flying towards the sky. Or maybe it wouldn't launch you. It would like in a way to where you start flying, but more of like it would tug you to where you actually trip and fumble.
Oh, I see.
So if you don't, it puts you off balance basically. So if you accidentally miss with the grappling hook, it causes you to trip up. So it's like a gamble every time you use it because you lose time. Because you have to find a way to get yourself up and everything like that.
Yeah, you have to be standing still when you pull the trigger.
That not necessarily that, but actually, yeah. If you were not standing still, you might just end up shooting yourself in the face with it.
Oh yeah, because the grappling hook would be wiggly too.
Yeah, everything's wiggly, dude. All the machetes, the bodies, the jumps, freaking Freddie Mercury. That's a game, dude.
That's
awesome.
A game.
Hell yeah! Are we ready for patch notes?
Let's go to patch notes.
Oh, wait.
Are you good?
3 months of quarantine, man. It's getting really dry out here.
Can I start the patch notes now?
Sorry, I was vomiting because our episodes were so good this week.
Hello.
Oh, actually, I'm legit dying.
You okay?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes. AJ.
So, right now, we're doing things a little bit different during Patch Notes. We want to plug some more things that we think are worthwhile to be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And for myself, I want to be plugging the Black Lives Matter card that's been going around.
There's
You guys
there's
might have,
so much good info on that.
yeah, you may have seen it going around before, but it's been updated a lot. And if you go onto that card, you can almost certainly find something near you, wherever your location is, to support movements and support the Black Lives Matter and
Mm-hmm.
find bail bonds or small businesses or
I think
funds
one
that
of
you think
the
are helpful towards you that you may want to fund personally.
I think one of the best things about that thing too is it was definitely helpful, at least for me, on getting educated with the whole thing, like understanding why these movements are happening, where are they centered, who are the major players in fighting these things, and that was really cool. Like, it's good to be informed and understand why these things exist,
Yeah, it
and
is.
that page does that really well.
Yeah, it's a real masterclass in kind of educating yourself. So definitely check that out and spend some time thumbing through a lot of those links in there.
Mm-hmm. In the same vein, but a little bit more gamey related, I also want to be plugging the new itch.io bundle. They're doing another one after, like, I think their last bundle reached, like, what was it, like a few $1 million
I think
or
it got like
something?
somewhere around 5 or 6 mil. Yeah, it was
God, that's
crazy.
so cool, dude. But they're doing another one, and this one is called the Chicago New Media Artists for Racial Justice. They have a $10,000 goal, and they have a bunch of games and new media experiences, like video, short films, interactive stuff, from people based in Chicago. And guess what? It's got the Octodad series in there. So for $20, you get the Octodad games, and all of that money goes to BLM Chicago, Circles and Ciphers. Please forgive me if I fuck this up, but it's CHICAT, so I think it's called Chai Cat. I don't know how they print. It's an acronym. And Brave Space Alliance. So go check that out if you feel like playing some games and giving back a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening. As always, our intro and outro music is Cheap Shop by Anna Monoguchi, an excellent song from an excellent band for an excellent game.
Hey AJ, would you say this has been our fastest and softest episode yet?
Fast and loose. Again, Blake,
No,
can you
I love
please?
the energy of soft. Like I love just like like calling fast and soft just has an energy that is I think the name of the game should be fast and loose, but I want to call this soft. This is our soft episode.
It is a soft episode
It's
for
a
sure.
soft
It's definitely
not
the latest we've recorded.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're recording on a
Maybe
Monday
that's why
night.
you like soft so much. It just sounds like a bed. And, ooh, I
Monday?
could get into that.
Ooh, I could do that. Yeah. I gotta fucking put air on in here. But AJ, sign us off, brother.
I'm AJ Hart.
And I am Blake Rhea.
This has been Spiritual Successor, and these are cool games.
That should not be made.